subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
There's so many foundational Americans, white people and black people, who've been priced out of residential housing, and entire neighborhoods have been replaced. As we talked about in my last video, we need immigrants to make this country better is to spit all over the face of the foundational Americans who built this country. That would be my ancestors who've been here since 1638. Okay. Swedish colony. All right. The first Swedish colony in Delaware. And here. Okay. Like I said, foundational Americans first and then everybody else. Okay. Actually, no, there is no everybody else. Okay. It's just foundational Americans. We're the only ones who should be in this country and own property. Okay. I don't want a bunch of foreigners invading my land and taking anything away from me, away from us. So we already have enough problems as it is. Okay. Foundational Americans can't even buy homes. Like I said, that's the biggest issue with these illegals for me.
Do y'all know what I've been seeing lately? And I've seen this in a couple of videos. You got white people out here now calling themselves foundational white Americans. Have y'all seen? I've seen this. They used to call up here saying that low-key trolling and all that, but don't understand the white supremacists, they'll start off trolling, then they'll get dead serious. I told y'all about that. Don't let them fool you with their trolling. They'll troll at first and then they'll get dead ass serious. I've seen white people in dead serious conversations now calling themselves foundational white Americans. You see? And family, that's the thing. Listen, we foundational black Americans, we are the blueprint. We're not the borrowers and nothing. See, when the dominant society used foundational white Americans, look, they're not the cultural foundation of anything uniquely American. Let's get that straight. I don't know, that term is kind of an oxymoron. You're not original to the food, the music, the language, the slang, the rhythm, even the rebellions that shaped the U.S. identity. That came from us. You know, so I don't even know what they mean by that. White identity in America, that's a reactive construction. You know what I'm saying? Whiteness in America has been a reactionary identity. That's not a culture. There's no such thing as white culture. Can anybody, do we have any white people in here who can tell me what it is? Because when you ask that question, they can never really answer it. I'm open to an answer. What's white culture? I would, you have the white supremacists, the Richard Spencer's types and all of that. When you start asking them what's white culture, they start naming a bunch of shit that we low-key created. Well, the technology, the light bulb, the telephone. Have you really studied who made some of this stuff? Who was involved? You really study this stuff? Yeah. We want to talk about culture. What's your culture? I'm not trying to denigrate nobody. I'm not denigrating anybody. But whiteness is a reactionary thing. It's a reactionary identity. It only exists in contrast to blackness. You see? All of the stuff that they do is basically mimicry of Black American innovation. Even the music they do is a mimicry of us. Yeah? Their food creations. You look at a white person who creates food in America, they have mimicked a black person. Colonel Sanders infamously got the recipe from a black woman. There's been a rumor about that for years. Colonel Harlan Sanders, you think a 60-year-old white man created a damn chicken recipe out the blue? This dude was a lawyer or some shit. He worked all types of real odd jobs. He was a lawyer. He was all types of shit. Then all of a sudden he becomes middle-aged and then he just thinks of some phenomenal chicken recipe. Come on now. This is what I'm saying. You point to any of these people in the dominant society and see what they've done culturally. Just look at where they got it from. You see, foundational Black Americans, we're the moral, political, the cultural conscience of this country, ladies and gentlemen. Every freedom movement, abolition, civil rights, voting rights, labor justice, it's been led or inspired by foundational Black Americans. And the dominant society follows or hijacks these causes. And they do it for their own benefit. Yeah. So we always create labels and symbols and frameworks that all these other people copy, like woke, intersectionality, shade, vibe, soul. Now foundational. They're co-opting that now. They weren't saying that. You know, this gained traction in Black spaces. Let's see, once we start injecting life into language, see the dominant society, well, they quickly adopt it. You know, then they start stripping it of its context, and then they start commercializing it. Yeah, just like with woke, they got woke and just bastardized woke. They just made that into some bullshit. Yeah. So we got to understand where the power is, the cultural power. You see. And listen, you can't, the white supremacists, y'all immigrated here. We didn't immigrate here. Yeah. You're not foundational to anything. You didn't build anything by yourself. You were failing until we stepped in. Jamestown, that was their first successful colony, and that shit almost collapsed multiple times because of disease, starvation, cannibalism, incompetence, and they didn't get shit popping until we were introduced to these colonies, and to Jamestown in particular. But yeah, the other ones they completely failed. Yeah. So yeah, we Black labor turned their failure into a profit. And the white elites, they didn't build America. They funded it off of us building it. The wealth that they built, the the wealth that built the early American economy, that came from our labor. It didn't come from their brilliance and none of that shit. It came from our damn labor, us knowing how to work the fields, us understanding agrarian culture, us having the strength to do so. That's what foundational looked like. Yeah. Let's be very clear. Even the so-called founding fathers, they all had slaves. George Washington founding had slaves. Thomas Jefferson, founding father, had slaves. They owned Black people who did the foundational work for them. All right? Let's be real. When you say foundational, you're talking about that denotes builders, not the beneficiaries. The white supremacists, they benefited from the foundation. They didn't really lay it. Let's put all that in real context. Man, let's get some calls in here. Let's get some calls in here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of fun. Let's get Miss T. Let's get Miss T building. Miss T, hop on in, ma'am. Miss T having some, there you go. Miss T, are you in here? Miss T, unmute your microphone, Miss T. She got her little bayang over her eye. Miss T, hop on in. Okay, Miss T ain't saying nothing. All right. I was going to have Miss T in here. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get the National Reparations Committee. What's going on, National Reparations Committee?
What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Oh, shit, nothing much. Just eating what you was talking about. Some chicken and some rice up here. But I wanted to say, when you talk about this foundational white American thing, right? They don't even know how to use the term properly, right? Because before FWA became a thing, they was trying to do this whole ethnic American thing, right?
Yeah.
So this ethnic American thing from my first impression was that was supposed to be about the quote unquote the Ellis Islanders and the early white immigrants or whatever, not the people off the Mayflower and the people that was here during the Revolutionary War. But they don't know what the hell they doing, and they using them interchangeably. I'd have been in some of them, them 8-8 spaces and all that, and they just using the terms all willy nilly. But yeah, we did it, so of course they had to copy it.
Of course. Yeah, my man. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's get X, what's the X turn X?
Yeah, you can say Zay Turn X, but it's just my 2K name, gamer name. But I just want to point. Did you see that this guy in where is it? Where is this guy? This tether that's running for political office or chair. It got a bunch of like Ethiopians and everything. Like who was this Omar Fodder guy or?
Is it Minnesota?
Yeah, like what's going on? Like how is that even possible? And then in Texas they got the mosque going on and just like how are they able to get all this funding, all of this motion going, but yet we're still here, man. Still trying to fight for reparations, but all these other just tethers just come in and instantly just get, like I'm just kind of sick of it, man. Like we gotta hold like a FBA like in real life, at town meetings of each state or main states, Cali, like New York, like and really like make a push or make a party, make our own party, make an FBA party, make like really try to get ourselves in this, because I'm like we can't allow this to happen. Or we can't allow us to get you know we can't be looked over again. We can't get tricked out of our spot again this time around, bro. Because
Right. Thank you so much. I agree. So yeah, we just got to be on our P's and Q's out here. Oh, who is this? Let's get Mature Panty. Let's get Mature Panty in here. Miss Mature Panty. Mature, hop on in. All right. While we're waiting on Mature Panty, I think that's in there. Let's get Empty in here. Empty.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I just want to piggyback off my guy who was just speaking, man. I'm down for it, man. We just listening to you. We tapping in. We just trying to see what's next, man. I'll be damned if they take anything else that's ours over here, man. I'm coming at y'all from over here in Detroit, man. I'm muted out.
Shout out to Detroit, man. Much respect to the D. All right, Panny. What's up, Panny?
Hello everyone.
How are you?
I'm good there. I'm good. I'm good. So, let me introduce myself to all of you. I'm a doctor. I'm from India. I'm a 43. Definitely, I'm a mature and desperate woman. And really nice to see all of you. And what this is the thing. Just now joined. So,
Well, now, Miss
it's about.
Mature, are you out here trying to catch a date or something? What you trying to do?
Yeah, being a highly reputed 43, 44, and from India, it's very tough for me to expect such thing openly because here in India, it's not that open. So I want a very decent, trustworthy guy for a discreet relationship.
So,
So that's why,
so you
yeah,
want a discreet relationship.
yeah, dear, yeah.
So how much money do you
So
want people to send you?
money,
Yeah.
I am a 44. We are having chain of hospitals here in India, so I don't want anything. I am comfortable to pay even.
Uh-oh.
We're having big projects, yeah, in Mumbai, Bandra.
Oh,
So financially, I'm quite sound. I didn't want a single penny. I used to purchase pleasures by throwing money. This is the thing.
oh, okay. So you're trying to be a MILF. So you're trying to be an Indian MILF. So you try
Yeah. Yeah, I am a MILF. I'm a strong willed, mature mistress. Really love to pretend it like a mistress, like a dominant woman. I want a decent, trustworthy guy to worship me. I want to fulfill all fetishes, like everything.
Oh, okay. So
You tell me, you guys,
you have an OnlyFans page?
what there?
You have an OnlyFans page?
I'm not able to understand. Voice is cracking. Once again.
I said, do you have like an OnlyFans page?
No, dear, I'm having only this Twitter. I'm not that familiar with this.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Okay, I looked at her page and she up here showing off her thighs and feet. So she's like an old Indian woman trying to do something strange for a little piece of change. Okay, okay. We get the East Indian people call up late with a lot of weird stuff. They call up with a lot of weird stuff. I do not want to see no hairy Indian coochie pictures. I do not want to see that. I don't want to see it. You up here naked sitting on a cow and shit with some flatbread and some damn mimosas on the shit. Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Let's see who else we got. Because yeah, they're bringing in strange energy in here. All right, let's get all right, let's y'all raise your hands. How about that? Everybody raise your hands. Okay, because now it's getting real weird. Let's get Vole Wade. Vole Wade. Vole Wade. Now, Miss Love, are you still in here? Miss T Love, Miss T. All right, I'm gonna get her out because she ain't saying nothing. Vole Wade. What's up, Vole Wade? All right, Vole Wade ain't saying nothing. All right. Let's try this, guys. If you are ready, raise your hands. If you're ready to chop it up, let's raise those hands. All right, let's get Vibe in the building. Let's get Vibe.
Hey, what's up, Tariq? How you doing,
I'm
brother?
good, Vibe. How are you, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Shout out to your brother, man. He always speak me with the game. I see the brother all the time, so shout out to that brother and you. I'm ready. I'm waiting for that new documentary to come out, my man. So I'm gonna go purchase that for sure. I'm gonna go see it,
Yes.
and I'm gonna support you, man, because we already know that you have a clean track record. And sometimes, you know what it is, though, Tyreek, and I have to speak about this. I'm not really trying to bring up Dr. Umar. I'm not trying to get into that space, but if brothers is gonna do something, man, be legit about it.
Right.
You're gonna if you're gonna create money off the people, and let's be truthful, man. I mean, Dr. Umar, dude, majority of that money came from foundational black Americans,
Of
man.
course.
95% of that money for sure. It probably was a few Caribbeans and Africans, but 95% of that money came from people that you thought you was gonna do good for the community, man. And now you kind of put a stain on it because now it's like, okay, if it's another young brother try to come up and try to create money like the brother King, and he actually created a school. You feel what I'm saying? Like you put a bad stain, now people gonna be like, "Hey man, should I trust you or not?"
Right.
Yeah, we should trust our people, man. It's a few bad apples, man. Some people come up quickly, and you did put the brother on. He's an intelligent dude. I think that fame got to him,
Yeah.
to be honest, brother. And I'm not trying to bring him up in your conversation right now. I know it's a different conversation, but sometimes in general, with all people, fame will come up, and it comes too quickly, and then you kind of get over yourself. You've been in the game for 20 years, brother, so you've seen it and you overcame it. You've been through it, so you kind of understand it in your later years. So that's why you don't get fooled. But if a man just come up with fame quick like that, it will get to his head. And I think that he had good intentions. Dr. Umar had good intentions, I think, in the beginning. But I think fame got to his head, brother, to be honest. And I want to say this, the second thing. I seen that whole thing with what Jubilee and all that, and it was a little tether on there. That dude was like 4'11". I don't know what that do. And he was saying some nonsense about black crime and everything like that. But they never really directed to their homeland. See, that's the thing. When you come over here and try to tell us about what we have going on, we do have problems, and we can deal with our problems. We're gonna deal with it, but we don't want other immigrant groups coming over here trying to tell us about what we should be doing. And you left your country. That's just a bad argument to really sell,
Mm.
to be honest, brother. But thank you for having me up, though, brother
My
Tyreek.
man, I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, for all day.
Yeah, you don't let, that's why, family, man, you don't let nobody sit up here and try to denigrate us and point the finger talking about some black crime. No, we shut that down. Because listen, yeah, these folks come over here with all of that nonsense. And some of us, we've been to their homelands. See, that's what they don't expect. They don't expect that some of us, we've actually been to your homeland. You can't talk. You see, you can play that shit on other folks. See, that's why a lot of folks be mad at me. Like, Tariq, you didn't brainwash people to hate us. No, 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 no. I done told people what's really going on in your homeland. No, nigga, you ain't gonna come over here talking about some crime in Chicago. Nigga, I done been over there to your village and seen y'all out there frying bushmeat. I done been there and saw you now. I done seen you walk down the street and pull your pants down and shit on the sidewalk and pull your pants back up and walk off. I didn't see you. Not gonna come over here and say nothing, nigga. That's why I have zero tolerance for any of that. GT, big GT. I done been over there. I done seen what y'all do. Y'all can't say nothing. I'd be damned if you gonna come over here and wag your finger to us about anything. There's a reason why you over here. Ain't nobody denigrating you or nothing, but you're not gonna come over here and wag your finger to us, which is what they do. They come over here and everybody want to get brand new, like a Myron Gaines. Going back to Myron Gaines. Well, I'm like, man, that's why they so mad at me. I went in that space, that infamous space, and shut all of them down. They were in there talking about us and talking about Chicago and baby mamas. Like, nigga, you are from the Sudan, dude. There's pictures of people from your village washing their hair with cow pee. You're not going to sit here and tell me about some damn Chicago. Chicago is a paradise compared to the cow pee heads. Come on. That's what it is. It's going to be respect, ladies and gentlemen. So now people are showing it. See, we force people to put some respect on it. And there's some people kicking and screaming, some people mad, but we force people say, no, 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 no. You're going to respect us. You're going to respect our lineage. All that old janky shit, talking greasy and getting with white folks and talking about what about black on black crime so you can get you a couple of butter biscuits. We're not doing that. You're going to get called out and you're going to get checked for that. And that's the new norm. It's going to be a respect all across the board, pound for pound.
Hey Tariq.
What's up, pound?
Hey, what's up, man? Honor to you and respect to the FBA family, man.
Man, respect to you, brother.
Hey, I'm calling in. I'm from out of DC, man, and I wanted to, just give a shout out to my homies, man. The optics really changed. They didn't think the optics would be that way. About how those young brothers are standing on business out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So they going out there 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And, those guys, look, they used to getting jumped out on.
Yeah, they are.
They used to getting jumped out on. So they laughing at that. They going viral all over the place. See, they wasn't expecting that. But I saw today, right, yoking up immigrants now. They're yoking up illegals. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's shifted real fast. And real quick about the chick Amanda Seals, that looked really like a bunch of actors. She's real clicked in with Hollywood.
Yeah.
So they looked like a bunch of actors, man. They had on all these over performative costumes and geeked out mad mustaches and all that old stuff. So I think that she probably figured out that she got half FBA or half BA father or whatever, and she probably can get on. But she made a real point of denouncing that she's not Democrat. She said that over and over again. I am not Democrat.
Interesting. That's interesting, man. But thank you so much, brother. All right, let's get guidance in here. Guidance, hop on in. Guidance.
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Hello, Guidance. How are you?
I'm very well. And yourself with your team?
I am good. Now, you are in the UK and you're Nigerian in the UK or you're Jamaican?
Well, let me put it this way. I agree with so much you do say. I am from the UK, born and bred Hackney, raised in Leytonstone. My parents, their heritage is Nigerian.
Right. Okay.
When I was 15, I went to live there for until I was about 23.
Okay.
I have relatives that have been here since they were 12. So they've been here for maybe 80 years, longest 90 years. A lot of the statements you make, you have never reformed me, you have educated me.
Yes.
And with that education has become enlightened. I have become enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
We are all going through the same things which you are speaking about. And sadly, in England, for some reason, we do nothing. Instead of, I believe what you do say about FBA, that you are a lineage. You go back to the beginning of American time. And this argument that people are bringing forward against your people without being able to read, being educated, or speaking truths. Right now, you have the elders, the real elders. You may have heard of Tommy Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Right. A lot of the Nigerian elders agree with what you are saying. And I say it how it is.
Yeah.
I can't stand these people that are coming over. I lived in Nigeria, as I said, for say 7 years, 8 years, 2015. I was being a delinquent, went to Nigeria, one-way ticket. I was very fortunate. I loved it. I was mixing with a different caliber of people. Now, the people that are coming over here, they don't want to be here. And they're coming here with their tribalism. They're sucking up to a system that really dislikes them. And what they are doing is they are lynching us all. Now, there's two things that I would wish that you will think about. These two things are, I will start with number one. When they are coming onto your lives and they're opening their, let's just put it this way, they sold their own people into the slave trade. If you know the history, Nigeria never used to be called Nigeria and Ghana never used to be called Ghana. So when we talk about Jesus Christ, I don't believe in that concept. You have to be real. It came from a different part of the world. So they sold their own people to the white man.
Oh.
When the white man didn't want to start paying them anymore, they decided to take them by force. They were sending them to Ghana. That is how Ghana was created. It was actually the holding cells for their own people before they were being transported. And sadly, they have continued with this ideology in thinking via their education, via the Bible, etc.
Yeah.
So let me go back to the two things that I would wish for. No, I would respectfully request. When they come onto your lives and they start mouthing off, yes, maybe you can give them a one-sentence response and then save the bigger picture for your videos on YouTube. A lot of us are here we need people like you because we are going through our own dog's muck in our own personal lives, whether in America, in Russia, in England, and we want this education that you are giving us. We need to understand we are never alone.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the likes of Tommy Robinson's, no disrespect to the crew, but they can't read, they don't want to read, they'd rather just protest on the streets. We have people like you who are, I've seen some of your videos when you were a very young man.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were telling me, or not telling me, but telling us or showing the troublemakers that you were teaching, you used to do this teaching for men. You never discriminated how to get a date, how they should walk, how you have worked hard.
Mhm.
You are well read. So let me close before I go in circles. One, when you do these lives, yeah, deal with them in one sentence. Everything you're saying is true. The ones that are coming here, they have fled. They haven't come to improve themselves. They have come because, look, they can't even speak English properly. What does that say? So deal with them in one sentence and then continue with this beautiful education that you are growing, you are opening the minds of those minds that want to be open.
Yeah.
Then number two, this is one you may dislike. I had to write this down, my dear Tariq.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I have jumped in when you used to say the jollof rice, I used to get really offended. But yeah, you're talking the truth. Nigerians love off jollof rice.
Yes.
And if when you want to say, like, look, here's jollof rice, yes, we love it. So this thing about foods though, bushmeat. Yes, I have seen many Nigerians roast a dog
Damn.
or likewise. Yeah,
Mm.
serious. Yeah, if you eat real bushmeat that is taken from the forests, deep in the forest, where it's such a delicacy, there's two types. There's bushmeat and there's rodents. The rodents, for some reason, the illiterates are calling it bushmeat. Never let them hoodwink you. Number two, the Ethiopians, which I'm promoting, they use butter to wash their hair. The Chinese, I shouldn't tell a little secret here, but the Chinese drink their urine as part of medicine. There's 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 things that have been done for centuries that does promote our health. So when these people come onto your life with their idiotic, hey, Jesus Christ, we are all one, we bleed the same, you are bringing divisions within the communities, and it was long gone. It was there before you came along. When I lived in America only for a year, I went by my maiden name, which is Okoro. Yes, so my maiden name is actually from birth Wokocha, and my first name, which I would never ever change for nobody, is Ungozi. My middle name is actually Angeline, but I never use Angeline. And if anyone tries to do any shortcuts with that, my name, and call me Angeline instead of Ungozi, I correct them. So when I lived in America for a year, I went there as Ungozi Okoro. And when I arrived at the airport, everybody was shocked. They turned my name back to front, Okoro Ungozi, believing that they were going to meet this little Japanese.
Okay, thank you so much, beloved. I got to wrap it up. I got to get more people in here. You're going on and on. Thank you so much. I respect your passion. I got to get some more folks in. I had to land your plane. Thank you so much, dear. I had to land your plane. It's just kind of going on and on and on and on and on. But I respect the passion. I respect it. I respect it. I try to be thorough, and just in building on what she said, and building on what the other caller said before when we talk about Umar. And then again, I try not to. And I don't want to dogpile on Umar with what and it's kind of sad what he's going through, um, but he brought it on himself. My thing is you got to be thorough, and like the caller said, um, you put somebody in the limelight like that, and you thrust them out there, and they get a lot of recognition. And sometimes, if this is new to them, the ego don't know how to handle it. And I put Umar on, and that's why so many people were every time he do something weird, or he wouldn't come through with things that he said he was going to do. People start looking at me like, okay, listen, let me just keep it a buck. Ain't no museum, all right? So y'all stop asking me. This shit ain't happening. I told y'all that a decade ago. So if y'all still want to rock with it, that's on you. I done told you over a decade ago it ain't happening. So y'all stop asking me. Now, if you still want to, yeah, y'all still going for the bullshit. All right, that's on you. And I'm not trying to dogpile on him. Hey, I wished he would have gotten it popping, but I realized that it wasn't gonna pop off. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, and it didn't pop off. You dig? And that's why I don't like people when people do something scammy and then try to tie me into it. Tariq and Umar, them, no, ain't no Tariq and Umar nothing. Ain't no Tariq and Umar do nothing. No, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I've always came through with everything I said I was gonna do. Not only that, I over deliver. Dude, when I said I'm coming out with a documentary series, damn it, I changed the whole culture with the help of the crew and the elders and all of the people that were part of the Hidden Colors family. When I said we're gonna change the game, we literally changed the game, dude. We changed how history is taught. We brought in the damn woke movement. We created a whole damn cultural wave worldwide. You understand? When I say I'm gonna bring some, I'm gonna bring that shit. When I said I'm gonna do a movie about buck breaking, we did that. Man, do y'all know that buck breaking is my most successful movie? My most successful movie was buck breaking. That movie did incredible damn numbers because it was such a deep movie and it's such a controversial movie. We over deliver with Microphone Check. When he said I want to do a hip hop movie, y'all want to get involved? Let's get it popping. We're gonna do a hip hop movie telling the real story about hip hop. Family, do y'all know with Microphone Check? Y'all saw that press run we were doing with Microphone Check? I over delivered, dude. We were killing the game with that. Microphone Check was doing so well. It was only supposed to do like a theatrical run for the weekend. It did so well. You saw those theaters around the country kept saying, "Hey, no, 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 no. We need to put this in more theaters for a longer run." And then there was an Oscar nomination buzz about it. We were corresponding with the Oscar Academy, with the Academy of Motion Pictures. We were corresponding with them, getting the film prepared for an Oscar run to get it qualified to be nominated for an Oscar. That's why when I was doing all of those press junkets, they kept talking about the Oscar buzz of the movie. You understand? We were about to get a damn Oscar nomination for that movie. Them damn Puerto Ricans, those Latino photographers, and some of the usual suspects, Latinos who got mad and start calling the damn theater, threatening to sue the theater because some of their pictures were in the damn movie. They were doing hoe ass. That's why don't ever let none of them Latinos pop their ass up talking about what they create. Don't ever let them do that shit. Y'all don't understand the little janky shit they were doing behind the scenes to sabotage Microphone Check, calling movie theaters and all that. You dig? And that messed up our Oscar run. But this is what I'm saying. But the movie is still a culturally impactful film. We over deliver. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna damn do it. It's gonna be impactful. And I said we're gonna get a museum. We got a damn museum in like a year. You understand? And remember, before we got it, the tether's running around talking about, oh, this is gonna be like Umar School. It is never going to get built. And then when we built it and got it popping, then they had to move the envelope. And we got it too popping. Now we got the museum popping. It's all types of celebrities up there, people coming up, partying, having a good damn time. It's packed. Now they gotta now this is too popping, nigga. This is a club. This is a nightclub, nigga. Then you gotta move the envelope. Now you're complaining that it's too popping. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, it is popping. If that's your criticism, our museum is popping too much. Yeah, I take that. Yeah, what else is supposed to pop? Huh? But yeah, point is, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna damn deliver. always. So don't put me out. I don't want to be in no category or none of that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and drag folks along for 10 years. I ain't about to do that at all. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here talking about HVAC and I ain't doing all that shit. And again, I'm not trying to beat up on Umar. Not trying to do that, but again, like I said, when you get people and you thrust them out there in the spotlight and they ain't used to it, it's the egos. It's people ain't used to that. I've been around, man, for a long time. I done been in the media for years, damn near 30 years, not 20. Hell, I started doing Mac Lessons Radio, the podcast, 20 years ago. I started doing Mac Lessons Radio 20 years ago. I was one of the first people podcasting like that. Yeah. But even before that, I had best-selling books. I'm all on MTV, VH1. These people trying to give me television shows. So I've been out there like that. So this, they've given me rave reviews in the New York Times, all that stuff. So I've been around. So I'm used to shit. Right? So you get somebody who ain't never really done stuff like that, and then you put them in a movie, and the movie is being on movie theaters and screens all around the world, and then you blow them up overnight, and they ain't used to it, and you you trying to on everything now. Ooh, I'm the Big Papa. Oh, okay. That's why Umar be getting all caught up with these strange relationships with these strange women. God damn. Oh God. No. And that's somebody who ain't used to, you ain't used to the limelight. Umar's getting caught up in scandals with with old thoughts. He getting old thoughts. You're not even getting caught up by the young women. You getting these old Millie Jackson ass women getting you caught up, man. God damn. Lord, man. I saw something where Umar was doing. It was some kind of little movie he was in. What have y'all seen this? It was some kind of movie he did. It was real weird. Did y'all see this? It was some kind of Tubi style movie that Umar was in. Fam, I can't really raise your hand if y'all know what I'm talking. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So I won't share the clips. It's too weird. It's too weird. It's all over the place. Have some of y'all seen this shit? It's like a little cheap Tubi style movie where he's acting, and first he's doing a lecture, then he's acting, and then there's like a sex. God, it's like a weird sex scene in it, and it's oh God. Um, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening with dude, man. I can't even explain it. I can't explain it, man. More power to him. All right, let's get the general. Let's get the general in here. The general, hop on.
Awakening. Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah,
uh,
the hell.
the bro,
What's the whole print? I'm looking through it. I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on. First, he's doing a lecture. First, it was like a lecture film, and
yeah,
then
I bared it to the end,
you watch the whole thing.
and at the end
You
huh?
watch the whole thing.
Yeah, cause a couple people was like, yeah, right, because they wanted to talk about it. It's a disgrace, I think he probably was harder for some money,
Yeah, get
So
a couple of dollars for this. I'm like, dude, you okay, brother? What-
yeah, but thank you very much, Tariq. Do what you do. He couldn't take the limelight, and he crashed and burned. So, and it's regrettable that most of our people take some people that go the wrong way and they put it off on the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
respect,
peace out, bro.
respect. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this movie is so weird. He's like, I saw one clip. He's walking. He's in a room with a lady, and um, You want Big Papa? I'm like, what the hell? The hell is this, man? I'm like, please don't let this nigga take his clothes off. I don't want to. Please don't let this man take his clothes off because he built like Dolomite. I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see this. This is gonna be too much, dude. I did not put you on for you to be doing this shit. Come on, man. Oh goodness. More power to him. All right, let me get a couple of more calls. I ain't gonna be in here too long. Let's get Tampa Bay. Let's get Tampa Bay in here. Tampa Bay.
What up? What up? What up, bro?
How you doing, Tampa Bay?
All right. I just want to backtrack on something you said. You said white people, they be bastardizing a lot of stuff that we do.
Yeah.
I got a perfect example of that. A Black Fatigue. That started out as a book by a black girl. I don't really know her name or like her real nationality. I just know she, of melanated descent.
Okay.
And that book talked about the struggles we went through here in dealing with white America, the fatigue that they put on us. It's a real deal of book. It's been not long before white people started, oh, Black Fatigue is at third. And they took that and turned it into a whole mayonnaise, mustard, bullshit as term.
Wow.
But yeah, it started as a book from a black girl. And yeah, y'all should check it out. And everybody, I think you should boost that, sort of put it out there that, they take everything.
Yes.
But like the homeboy said, like they're not taking nothing else from us again.
Right. Yeah, we gate. Yes, we are. Thank you, beloved. We are gatekeeping right now. All right, family. Well, we got a lot of folks up in here. Well, y'all in here heavy. Y'all in here deep. Much respect to you guys. Much respect to all of you. Let me wrap this thing up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wrap this thing up. Y'all go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Ladies and gentlemen, hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. Get the book, Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Get your Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. Get my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter, at officialfba.com. All right, I'm up out of here. Papi Akute, Lulavu.
Hey y'all, even at the party, I keep that root work on me. Get your root work now at rootworkstyle.com.
Slide on that root work. Slide on that root work. Slide on that root work. Slide on that root work.